Move on. I know we've got a lot of questions coming in, which is fantastic. It's good to hear this. How do I get started? And there's a lot of variations on this theme, but maybe you can start in general, and we'll get into some of the more specific questions that are coming in.
Well, first of all, if you're a zero time, you don't have any flight experience, and you don't have anybody to turn to, which is in most cases, that's like myself, you're starting from scratch, I would encourage you to find a mentor. Find a pilot, and one of the things that we try to do at Aerostar is provide mentoring services where we can to at least get you steered in the right direction. Call around, do your due diligence. There isn't one answer. There's multiple answers. Call around, talk to some schools, talk to some other professional career pilots, and you'll be surprised. They want to help you. They want to see you be successful, and they're willing to give you a wealth of knowledge to try to help you.
Great. And then if you started your training but didn't finish for whatever reason, and we've got tons of reasons here, and we may need to take some of these offline because I know we need to keep moving a little bit, but what if I started my training but didn't finish? What steps would you take to figure out what's next and how to get from here to there?
Yeah, that's a great question because, some people just got demoralized over the fact that we went through a 20-year downturn in the industry, and they kind of lost the belief that they were going to be successful, so they withdrew. I would say if you started your training and this is what you want to do for a career, get back into it. I don't care how old you are, what your status is. If you can pass a flight physical, and if you're average intelligence with a clean record, I would dive in by getting back to a flight school, a 141 flight school, and get enrolled and get your flying back on track as quickly as possible. If you can manage it, I really strongly encourage the full-time ab initio training like at Cochise College or FIT, where you can get it done quickly. Because you're doing it every day, you're immersed in aviation. It'll save you money in the long run. It'll get you done quicker.
Right.
Two quick questions. Who paid for your first type rating, an airline or you?
My first type rating was paid by an airline. My first type rating was a Learjet, and that was paid by a company called Coletta Flying Services back in about early 1990s. Now, I guess the follow-up question to that, John, would be, is it hypocritical to recommend others to buy a type rating? Well, I paid for my education, right? I wish I could have got a job to pay for my education, but they didn't. I had to pay for that on my own. If a type rating is a tool that gives you an advantage or a leg up, then I think I would set the ego and the pride aside and just be impartial about it and say, what's the return on this investment? If this is going to give me a leg up, it's going to get me in the door quicker, I'm going to get a return on that investment. Is it worth it to me to take that step? It's not worth it to everybody. But for a lot of people, it's a career accelerator. And I would suggest a career accelerator means more money, better benefits, a better quality of life. That's really a decision that they're going to have to make.